Okay, the theme just got announced. The theme is unstable. It took me a while, but I eventually came up with an idea. A robot has an unstable power core, and you need to fix it. When you fix it, you get to play as the robot and have to pick up an unstable nuclear reactor and fly into space with it. Yeah, it's ambitious, I know, but I had 9 days to work on it. Let's get to work on making the robot sprite. Okay, in my defense, it looked a lot better before I changed the scale and color palette. Remember that idea I told you about? 30 seconds ago. Well, forget it, cause we are doing something else. New idea. Astronaut is on a ship. That's it for now, really. I got to work making an astronaut sprite using a color palette called Steam Lords. I'd say it turned out pretty good. Also, don't mind the resemblance to the main character of Retrospeed. It's the only style I'm good at. Oh, you don't know what Retrospeed is? It's just a little game I'm working on. It's currently not on Steam, so you can't smash wishlist now, gamers. Anyways, back to the game. I made a ground sprite, but when I imported it, it was all blurry. I didn't know why, but I eventually figured it out. This is what I have so far. I then messed around with the game's resolution, but I decided to stay with 800 by 600. Then I made the background black because space. Something is missing here. Oh, stars. 1 star making session later, and we have some stars. I wanted to give them the same effect as the lines in the background of the menus of Retrospeed. Oh, you don't know what Retrospeed is? It's just a little game I'm working on. It's currently not on. Anyways, I forgot how to do it, so let me just. Oh, well, what a coincidence, I just remembered how I did it. Anyway, it now looks like this, so much better than before. I didn't end up doing much else for the next half hour. After that, I got up and had a break. I had been making this and updating Retrospeed for nearly 5 hours straight. In that half-hour period yesterday, I fixed the animations and came up with an idea that I scrapped immediately afterwards. Also, I've added a list in the bottom left so you can see what I'm doing at any time. I kept forgetting to update it. After that half-hour period, I came up with a new idea. You're orbiting Mars in a space station, and the fuel reactor becomes unstable, and you have to collect things to fix it within 5 minutes. Anyway, let's get to work on the floor texture. I decided that this game would work better on a top-down perspective, so I designed the floor and walls with that in mind. Also, this is on a space station, so I made this floor industrial. Onto the walls now. These walls don't look the greatest, but they look alright. It's surprisingly hard to make an overhang with pixel art and limited colors. I have to move it down because silly me forgot tiled sprites have a set hitbox that can't change. Now we have to change the movement to be top-down and not platformer movement. Attempt 1. Whoops. Attempt 2. It works now, yay. Now let's build the map. I'm gonna stop for the day. I just have a feeling of dread and I don't know why. I did end up coming back about an hour later. I'm back. That weird feeling is gone. In those 2 hours where I was working on the map, I got distracted and made some visual effects. I also made some sprites for going forwards and backwards. The next 1 hour and 40 minutes is me building the map again, and also being stupid. Let me just change the radius so that I don't have to keep placing lights down. Wait. Oh no, it froze. For context, if that was miles, it would be. Wait a second, please. 3.4 thousand light years. For even more context, that's about 3% of the Milky Way. Then it was really laggy, so I spent the next 50 minutes making the basics of all the rooms. Then I got off for the day. I spent all of day 3 editing yesterday's footage. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I'm editing the footage the day after I record it so that I don't end up having to edit like 20 hours of footage at once and get burned out. I spent the first 90 minutes doing the map, then OBS crashed. I did manage to recover the footage though, which was epic. The footage is literally just me building the map though, so we'll skip ahead to the final clip. There were some horrible issues with lag, so I ended up splitting the map up, only to figure out the lag was being caused by me pressing preview while on the map builder screen, which was loading the entire map. After that, I cleaned up my events page a little bit, then tried to make a timer using global variables for some reason. I still don't know why I did that. After that, I finally fixed the player sprite, made a timer counting down. Thank you Swedish game dev for the tutorial, by the way, link in the description or on the card thingy if I remember. Then I made the UI so the player could know what to do. After that I tried making randomized item spawning. As you know, my plan for this game was that you pick up items to repair the ship, but I didn't want them to always be in the same place. I wanted them to have a chance of spawning in each room, and to do that I couldn't quite figure out how, so I asked on the forums. We'll check back on that tomorrow. Let's get back to what I did today. I made it so that you can actually pick up the cogs. Then I decided to work on the main menu, which I think turned out pretty good. I couldn't come up with a name though, so I did the only logical thing.
For a name a game where a space station is unstable and you have to fix it. What to call it? Very random. That is random.
Bruh.
Or if you were to name a game where a space station is unstable. I call the map name something related to like alert.
I tried to make a cutscene, though it didn't work, so I just made a text box. Here is the final cutscene thing. I then tried making walking sounds and failed miserably. After that I added functionality to the main menu screen and then got off for the day. I decided to take a break on day 5. In my mind, I was on the final stretch of the game. Surely this won't be a mistake, right? I spent the whole day editing, cause some idiot decided to record for 5.5 hours 2 days ago. I don't think it was a very good idea to take a break 2 days ago. I have the entire item system to make, I need a name, and I need to make a song for the game. I have to do all of that in 3 days. I'm screwed. I was in fact not screwed. I did the entire item system within an hour, and I had to deal with OBS attempting to off itself and take my laptop with it. I then finally came up with a name, Mechanispace. It's literally just the words mechanic and space combined cause you fix a spaceship. Anyways, after coming up with the name, I made some decor, including beds, fire, a destroyed engine, the usual stuff. Then I made a cutscene thing for winning and losing. I added extra rooms to the map to account for making 2 of the rooms not be able to spawn cogs. I then made a plant pot, and I don't want to talk about it. You can barely even mess up a plant pot, like it is so hard to mess up drawing a plant pot. I don't want to talk about it. I added the plants into the map and then started making the music for the game. I ended up making one song, that being the song used in the actual game itself, not the menus or anything. You can listen to it on my channel right now. Click the card in the top right or check the playlists tab on my channel. Afterwards, I went off for the night. I decided to add the timer to the top of the screen since there isn't much time left. For the next hour, I made the rest of the songs for the game, which includes the main menu theme. the losing theme, and the winning theme. I then spent the next 50 minutes fixing the audio cause it didn't loop properly for some reason. I then just did bug fixing and then uploaded the game. Now we wait for the results. Right, I just watched the top games video and now the full results are on the page. Let's check them out. Here they are. I'm genuinely so proud of how I did. Top 100 in audio and graphics out of 308 submissions. See you next time.